AK Shakta, what's up, man? Blessing Aya. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you here. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome in. How you doing? Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. We will appreciate it. We thank everyone for all the support. We appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate each and everyone who value the information that we share. Peace and love to each and everyone. Thank you all so much. Well, as you guys see, man, you guys see the topic, and thing is getting really serious. A matter of fact, everything is getting really, really, really serious. I don't know how you guys seeing it, and it's not just one part of the wall; is everywhere, everywhere. I do believe everything is fitting into place right now. So I don't think it's gonna be any changes for better. When I say for better, for things be easier on us. I don't think so at all. I think it's getting to a place where it's gonna be very challenging in many ways. In many ways. For years I've been talking about organic gardening. For years I've been trying to show people, highlight on my channel, it is possible to grow an organic garden in these times. Many people gonna believe organic garden is not possible in this time, but that's not true. Organic garden is possible. You just have to have patience. Patience is very important. Patience and discipline is very important in an organic gardening, being an organic gardener. And I've been talking about this for years. I never stray off of my topic, organic garden. I stay focused because it's a message I've been trying to spread for years about organic garden. And you know, sometimes, I don't know if this ever happened to you guys, but when a message, when something is like it plays on you, it's like it plays on you and you just got to do it. Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter whether you say, I don't want to do it. You just got to go out and do it. When the universe give you something to deliver, it doesn't matter what you do. You have to deliver that message. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter what you think. You will find yourself getting up and go deliver this message because it's, at the end of the day, it's something positive. It's a positive message you delivering, because I'm telling you, I've been doing this for years now and I never stray off my topic. I always focus on organic garden because I know time's gonna come. I know time's gonna come when all these things that we depend on and believe that we need them and believe that we cannot grow without them, it's gonna be very disturbing very soon in the future. It's either it's gonna be where you cannot afford to buy it, or it's gonna become where you can't get access to it. So if you can't afford to buy it, then how you gonna grow? If you can't get access to it, then how you gonna grow? This is why we've been doing our own research, our own experiment in our garden, and we see so much different. You guys, listen to me. I don't think you guys know half the thing I know in organic garden. I don't think you understand what I know and what I've seen. You see more in an organic garden than if you're using synthetic product in your soil. When you grow in an organic garden, you see more. You see things you can't even understand. You see things that shock you. You see things that amaze you. Why it amaze you? Because you know what you're using is natural. So that's why it's amaze you. Because you did not you understand that, my goodness, you could really use this and make your plants grow a certain way or produce. You could use this plant or this root and make your plant grow in abundance. Many of us don't believe in organic garden. It's either we don't believe or we're not willing enough to want to put in what it takes to do an organic garden. It's either we're not interested or the patient. We might be like the patient as well, because it comes with patience, it comes with discipline. And if you don't have that, it's hard to do an organic garden because there's so much distraction. But one thing you got to remember, the production that you get out of what you're doing. So if if there's no fertilizer, what will you do? And this is a question I'm putting out there. If you don't have fertilizer to grow your food, what will you do? That's right. But you know what, case chapter? This is the problem. The delusion that they feed into us for all these years. The manipulation that they feed us with all these years. That people don't understand. Growing an organic garden is cheaper than synthetic. It's way cheaper. But people believe it's more expensive because of the manipulation. They don't understand that when you're doing an organic garden, you basically using the things you have around you and make it work. You're not going out there and buy these things off the shelf. So people don't understand it's way cheaper and it's more healthier. Do you ever check? Do you ever check if you buying organic, this call it organic food? You see it more expensive? It's way more expensive because it's better. It's better. It's more expensive and it's better. But it's cheaper to grow an organic garden than a synthetic garden. It's cheaper and it's healthier and it takes you further run. Because if you build in an organic garden, all you're doing it every year, you just maintaining it. That's what you're doing. You basically maintaining it. So if you're maintaining it, what's gonna happen is get better. Case chapter say, I don't use fertilizer this year, only rainwater, and when not raining, I use tap water. All right, you do whatever you got to do to get your garden going. You do whatever you got to do. The thing with me, I don't use tap water. And if, if my plants them that in ground, once I get them growing, I'm not watering them because I plant them deep. This is why I talk about deep for a reason. Then I don't think people believe, I don't think people understand the power of composting. I don't think people understand the power of composting. Many of these plants, even their roots, is loaded with nutrients, some of them nitrogen. All these things is what these plants is loaded with. So if you use these plants and make liquid composting, what you're gonna be getting? You're gonna be getting nitrogen. You're gonna be getting nutrient. You're gonna be getting a combination. So this is why it's important to know what you're growing, to know plants, to study them. Some people believe you have to go in a lab to know a plant. No, you observe the plant. If you observe the plant, you could learn a lot from the plant. Case chapter say, I also put sawdust around the plant in my bucket to hold moisture. Sawdust is good as well. And you see how the sawdust fine? It's good in container as well. I think people underestimate their power. I think people underestimate their power and the things they have around them. I don't think they believe in their power. I don't think they understand their power in gardening. I don't think because they give up their power and give it to synthetic. They give it over to synthetic. They put more trust in synthetic than their self and what they have around them. More trust. We got to wake up, man. We've been sleeping for years. We got to wake up. The delusion in gardening is real. The delusion in gardening is real. They will make you feel. Let me explain something to you. I remember, guys, growing fruit trees from seeds, right? I remember we used to grow fruit trees from seed. Mango, apple, pear, sugar apple. All these fruit trees we see grow from seed. And let me explain something to you. When you see these things start producing, they start producing fruits everywhere. They start producing fruits everywhere, loaded. But in the world, they want we to believe that root bung, like root bung a plant, is better than start from seed. The only thing I will say with the seed, it takes a longer period of time. When you grow a fruit tree from seed, it takes a longer period of time. But the thing is, patient. Patient. I see peach tree grow up in my garden from seed and start producing. So patient, guys. Don't get distracted because sometimes you buy a fruit tree, right? You buy a fruit tree sometimes, and when you purchase it, it had on fruit, it had on flowers. But then when you take it and you plant it in the ground, 3 years later, it's not producing anything. Now, the seed, if you did plant the seed, by the time 3 years hit, Depending on which plant it is, 4 years, you might just start to see some fruits. So do not give up growing from seed. Do not give up on growing foods from seeds. Yes, grafting, root bong allow you to able to get fruits, maybe faster. But think about it. How much fruits do you really get? Sometimes. Sometimes, I buy a mango tree the other day from a guy, and I ain't gonna lie, I regret buying it. Why I regret buying it? The mango stalks small like this, and they root bung it. The top is more heavier than the stalk itself. Because guess what? They root bung it from a young, and let me explain what this is for what I saw. This is my experience. Many of the root bung plant, do you know sometimes when they root bung a plant, sometimes that plant might be a year old or months old. Because you got to understand, sorry for that. Sometimes the root bung is like you have an avocado tree that you start from seed, right? By the time the avocado tree hit 5, 6 months, it already growing, getting tall. So what you do now, you cut off the top and you splice in a more mature limb that's already producing. Now this avocado tree is only 6 months old. Avocado takes years to produce. So now this avocado plant is only 6 months old, and now you add on the older limb and splice it in the top. Now, how much do you really expect from this plant? I mean, how much do you really expect from this plant? This plant is only 6 months old. That root is not developed enough to manage a avocado. So sometimes we see flowers, but the flowers only as a show, as a display for we to buy them. And when we buy them, we realize they're not holding on the flowers, and we realize 3 years later this same plant did not produce any flowers. So don't get me wrong, I would not say do not buy fruit trees. That's not what I'm saying. I will say don't give up on starting from seeds. You see what I'm coming from? Don't give up on starting from seed. It might take longer, but you're gonna get more stronger and healthier plants from the seeds. So guys, I'm gonna ask this question again. If there's no fertilizer, if you can't get access to fertilizer, or it's too expensive, what would you do? Okay, so after saying, don't get frustrated, your fruit trees All vegetable plant grow slower than you want. That's true too. That's true too. That's true too. And I'm telling you, don't give up on growing fruit trees from seed. I personally, I prefer grafting than root bomb. I don't mind root bomb, but if it's on a mature tree, a tree root that established very well already, like like the root already established and strong, I don't mind that. But when you root bung in a 6 months year old avocado tree or a mango tree, it's so much you could get a root and develop yet. This is a baby root. So this is why I prefer grafting. Like this is a pear tree right here, but I graft it with a peach tree. I prefer grafting. Why I prefer grafting? Because you're not, okay, if you're doing root bung, you're cutting off the whole top of this plant. Right. You're cutting off the whole top of this plant, then you splice a mature limb into this one. So we're gonna have now, this plant is not gonna grow anything for itself. We're gonna do, once the one to the top catch, is gonna start growing. So now, say for instance, you have a mature plant, you have a avocado plant. You cut off the top and you put a more mature plant inside of it. It's gonna take it might produce faster, but how much it's gonna produce? This is what you want to know. How much is gonna produce? Compared to seed, growing from seed. And these are things, experiment and learning and see result. This is how we learn. Hey Pio, hey D'Angelo, how you doing? Blessing Aya. Thank you for the gift, brother. Thank you so much. Yes. Welcome in, welcome in. So when you I prefer grafting because the original plant is there. And what you're doing, you're grafting in another plant into that plant, another limb. So you ain't destroying the plant, you just grafting in another one into it. Root bung, I don't mind root bung, but the plant should be mature enough to carry that limb, because with root bung, they're gonna cut the limb and splice it in a mature limb that's already start producing already. They're gonna take that and splice it in. Now this young baby plant have to carry the strength of a mature plant, and it's hard to do that. So if the plant is mature and you root bung it, fine, but not these 6 months old avocado plant or 5 months old peach tree. These things have to their root have to develop in order for them to generate that energy for these fruit trees to produce properly. This is why we're not seeing the type of production we're looking for from these fruit trees. So what I'll say, blessing, I blessing. Thank you for the gold coin. Blessing, I may have a stupid idea. What about using bog water to water vegetable plant? Bog water stink and it's stink because rotting stuff in bog water. When I say bug water, what I mean? Like flies and them kind of stuff. Your idea is not stupid, man. No. Once it's natural, it ain't stupid. Yes, no idea is really stupid, man. Just try it and see if it works for you, brother. All right? I don't think it's a stupid idea at all. But for years, I've been talking about saving seed. For years, I've been talking about growing, learn to grow an organic garden. Try, even though you cannot do it 100%, try do it as much as you can. You would not regret it. You would not regret it at all. Right now, right now at this point, right now at this point, if there's no if the farmers them is not getting fertilizer to grow their food, what you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen if they're not getting fertilizer? Because they rely on these fertilizer. They rely on them. It's like they can't grow without these things. So they're relying on these fertilizer. So if someone is making this fertilizer for you and they decide I'm not selling to this country or selling to that, what you think gonna happen? And we understand the farmers sell for millions of people. So we understand they got to do what they got to do. I'm not here to knock them at all because they got to do what they got to do to make sure that they meet their supply. Because people got to eat. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to the backyard farmers, the backyard gardeners, them is who should be trying. Them is who should be trying to make sure they grow an organic garden. Look, man, I'm telling you, do not underestimate composting. I'm telling you right now, it's good to study your plants. Many things people don't do is, like for instance, this is what I'm telling you all. As an organic gardener, you see a lot more. You see things that does amaze you because what is happening natural. It's happening off the strength of nature, natural. Not you adding something man-made to see certain result. No, this is happening naturally. So it's amaze you the things you see. One thing people don't do a lot, and the weeds that grows up in the garden, they underestimate these things so bad, so much. They underestimate these weeds so bad, and they have no idea how powerful these things are in their garden. And let me break this down a little. Let me this is my own research, and there's so much thing I can say, but I'm gonna take my time and share them. Video by video, I'm gonna share them. Too much information in one video, no. You gotta share them. We talk about compost. Compost versus composting. You know what? I got to do a video with that. I think I got to leave that for a video by its own self and break it down. Compost versus composting or liquid fertilizer, whatever you want to call it. That need a whole breakdown by its own self right there. Definitely case factor, yes. I'm gonna do a whole video about composting from my experience, from my own research in my garden. Composting versus liquid compost. The truth is, one is more effective than the other. One is more effective than the other. Composting versus compost. Definitely. The both of them, but I wanna break this down. The both is good, but one is more effective than the other. And I'm gonna give you a little hint why. When a leaf is dry, compared to a green leaf. Okay. Let me see if I can get that right now. A green leaf, okay. A green leaf compared to a dry leaf. What happened with a dry leaf? Or why we call it dry leaf? Why we call weed dry weed? Why we call it dry weed? Why we call compost dry compost? Why? You know why? Because it's dry. You see what I'm saying? It's dry. That's why. I'm gonna leave that right there because I'm gonna have to come with a whole live breaking that down. Okay, case chapter. So if I start making composting soon, and when it's ready, keep the composting water in a container. Will it still have all on? Yes, you just keep it covered. You just keep it covered. All right, Pure Grow. All right, D'Angelo. All right. So see, I do my research. When you hear I come and speak about gardening, I already did my research and I could speak with full confidence because I know it's for real. I'm gonna show you something. I want you to put dry leaf in water and put green leaf in water and see the difference. Allow them to break down and see the difference. I want you to I need a dry leaf. Anyhow, this is a green leaf. It still have the smell inside of it. It smells like the fruit itself. You break this up like this, and when you smell it, it smells like the fruit itself. Now, if you use dry leaf and you break it up, all it's gonna do is and break up. You know why? Because this is why I always say cover. When I add leaf, I always cover it with soil. It's a reason why I say that. It's a reason. You add leaf, you put some soil and cover it. It's a reason to keep the moisture in it, to break it down so it could release the nutrients into the soil. Now, when you use dry leaf, it's dry. The winter already beat it because it ain't covered. The winter beat it. The summer beat it. It's dry. What we do with that, don't get me wrong, the dry leaf is good as well because it's good in your soil. It helps create that moisture up in the soil to sponge to hold water. So the dry leaf is perfect as well. But I'm just saying, which compost you think is more effective? The liquid or the dry compost? Did you get steady? Yes, I get, well, till about 11 o'clock. Till about 11 o'clock today, we get some rain. Last night, we get rain. This morning, till about 11 o'clock, we get rain. Listen me, guys, man, I'm so excited because this season had hold me back from planting because I still have stuff to plant that I didn't plant. The reason why I didn't plant them, the earth is too dry. And I don't want to plant like that. So if I plant them, the sun would have dried them out. So I couldn't plant them. So now I get this rain. Man, listen to me. I have sweet potato. I planting. I have some okra, but them still too small. They're still too small. I leave them till they get more bigger. But this rain has changed. This rain has changed the garden, I'm telling you. This rain has changed the garden, man. I just love the rain. And now is the time you catch your rainwater and you make your compost tea with your rainwater. This is, is rules to these things. If you want to be real successful, there's rules to organic garden. There's rules. It's cheaper. You might have to put in more work, but it's cheaper, and there are rules to it. You got to understand. You're making compost tea with. Do you understand what is chlorine? I mean, I'm sure you do, but I don't think people study what is chlorine. I don't think people study that. Do you know the pool that you bathe into? Do you know they put chlorine inside of that to kind of clean it out, help purify it, that the water could look clean? And do you know that? Well, chlorine, I don't know if it's that strong one they put it in the water, but they have to put something in the water to purify, and we know. Well, let me say allegedly. Allegedly, we know, allegedly, chlorine maybe go inside the drinking water. But what I'm saying is, the rainwater, even though some people might say, oh, it ain't 100%. Well, guess what? Guess what? It's come down from the sky. Some people say, well, the sky ain't, there's a lot of stuff in the sky. I understand. I understand. But it don't have that thing inside of it. And when you use rainwater, it's more effective. I'm telling you, I already seen it for my own self. Rainwater is more effective making composting than tap water. And rainwater do better to your plant than tap water. Okay, D'Angelo say, I got held back from planting this season. Oh, you get held back? Yeah, I had was to. I wasn't trying to rush it because I seen how dry the soil was. So if the soil dry and then I take my plant, they're gonna burn up. So I wasn't trying to do that. So I prefer hold back. You know what I'm saying? But the garden should explode. I grow after the rain. That's right. After this rain, I'm telling you, it's gonna be something. And guess what? I've been using. I had a whole drum full of composting, and it's that I was using. The soil was so wet, so dry around my plants. Them, it's my compost I was using for water. And I'm telling you, when the rain come and soak the compost, these plants gonna be flying. His tractor say my dad use hose water for convenience, but he like rainwater better from his plastic. All right. I mean, don't get me wrong, no, guys. If you gotta use rainwater, tap water, you gotta use it. I'm not telling you not saying not to use it. I'm just saying the rainwater is more effective. Yes, the rainwater is more effective. Yes, guys, so if you don't have fertilizer, what are you gonna do? It ain't bothering me. And I know there's a lot of people out there it ain't bothering. So this is why I mean, guys, listen to me. Like I was saying earlier in the video, what I'm doing here is like, I've been doing this for how many years now? YouTube. Maybe from 2020, I really start posting videos like that. But I suppose one little videos, 15, 16, but not much. But from 2020, I think, I started to post video. But from my day one video, I always focus on organic. And the same thing I've been doing from day one, I'm still doing it today. It's like when the universe give you a job, even you don't want to do it, you just have to do it. You check what I'm saying? When the universe give you a job, a mission that you have to accomplish, that you have to, a message that you have to deliver, even though you don't want to do it, you have to, because you know what? It's going to help a lot of people. And as much as I might be sitting here and just a few people here with me listening, you might believe, well, nobody ain't get. No. The message will deliver at the right time and to the right people. Stifle down. You see what I'm saying? This is why my message always stand the same. I've been doing it for same message, using the same method. Same message, same method, same message for all these years. And I never change. People reach out to me before. People reach out to me before and try to encourage me to use product from the store. Yeah, this is why I just talk about distraction. Because people reach out to you. They see what you're doing, and then they reach out to you and try to introduce you to something That's going to change your whole, all that you did, all that you build within the years. That will change the whole outlook of what you're doing. So you got to be strong, and you got to be, you got to be focused. Because when you focus in an organic garden and someone trying to distract you, they have a mission too. Their mission is for distract you from your mission. And my mission is organic garden. I don't see it no other way. That's the only way I know it anyway. I never grew up using these things that's available today. So I know for a fact you can make it without them. But if you depending on them 100%, then how are you gonna grow if you have no access to it? How would you grow if you have no access to water, to fertilizer? If I tell you don't need it, you're not gonna believe me. You understand? If I tell you you don't need it, even I'm showing it to you, even I'm showing it to you, you still ain't gonna believe me because of the manipulation all these years. All right. D'Angelo say, yes, I glad I found you last year. I experiment with your organic knowledge of garden and DIY and my mind is blown. I won't go another way. Organic is the best way. That's right, brother. That's right. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, guys, you know what? This brother here, D'Angelo Mobley. Yes, this brother here. And you know what? I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this brother, at the time, I saw him in my on my channel, and I used to do a lot of live stream last year from my garden. And this brother was always there showing up. He was always there. And he seen the transformation of my garden and the production. So when you see these things, like he now mentioned it, when you see these things and you try them and they work for you, you ain't want, listen to me, you ain't want no other way. And that is why it's hard for anyone to distract me. It's very hard. Because for what I've experienced in the garden, for what I experienced with the soil, for what I experienced in growing a plant, how to grow a plant, how to make this plant grow and produce. These are things we know it's in us, but we get so distracted that it's like to ourselves, we feel like we don't know. So how do we know? We have to go back into the soil, put our hands in the soil. We love gloves. We don't want our hand touch the soil because it's too muddy. Yo, you got to get back into the soil. This is what teach. When you think grow your food, is the soil grow your food? When you think we feed the soil so the soil could feed our plant. You think we feed in the plant? No, we feed in the soil, and the soil feed the plant. We enrich our soil, we build our soil, we maintain our soil, so our soil could feed the plant. But we underestimate ourselves. We do not believe in ourselves. We do not believe in organic garden. We do not trust organic garden because of the mindset, man. Because I assure you, you don't need certain thing, but I guarantee you still gonna go and buy it. You understand? You still gonna go and buy it. And I'm showing you, you could produce a successful garden without buying anything from the store, just using what you have. I show you guys so much ways of making composting, so much thing you could use and make composting and be great and be successful. You eat healthier. After you eat your food, you feel stronger. The taste is different. The smell is different. When you guys growing all your food, when you walk in your garden, do you smell anything? Do you smell anything? When you go in your vegetable garden, you should be from the time you enter, you should be smelling vegetables. That's how organic garden operate. The scent is amazing. Peppers. When you walk in your garden and the wind blowing, you're naturally smelling the pepper, the bell pepper, the hot pepper. You're naturally smelling them. That's how it's supposed to be. D'Angelo, so the knowledge is real. Please help support Virgin Planter. It's a lot to. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I got to get my hands dirty. I power from the ore. That's right. Whenever I put my listen me, if you notice, you will never see me. It will be very difficult for you to see me in the gloves. You will not see me in the gloves in that soil, because there's a connection between us and the soil and the plant. We all connected. That energy. No, you have a. Let me explain. Let me explain something, guys. Do you understand rubber? Rubber black electricity, rubber black energy, right? Rubber. Sometimes I put on my water boot. Sometimes I put on different shoes, and there's reasons I'm doing these things, because rubber blocks electricity. You could put on a rubber gloves and you could hold on pan electricity and it ain't shock you. You see what I'm saying? Because the electricity cannot pass through rubber. So when I'm in my garden, I don't want no rubber gloves on my hand. Sometimes you might see me in water boots some of the time, and there's reasons for that. I have several water boots, but you hardly see me in them. There's a beautiful connection between us, the soil, and the plant. Beautiful feelings. That feeling is so amazing. It feels like a healing running through your body. It's feeling like you feel like something healing you. And that connection, I truly believe, bring forth our plant. When we eat our plant is like how you think your food become your medicine. Yo, we got to understand a lot of things. We have to understand, Jen. It's not just growing and eating these food. How do we think our food become our energy, our medicine star? That connection from day one, from the seed into the soil, taking care of them, the connection, that, that's how it become your medicine. It's all, everything is a connection. If the electricity ain't connect, there's no electricity. If there's no electricity connect from the street or wherever, come to your door house, there's no electricity. Everything have to connect to work. We, the soil, the plant, have to connect for work. That's how it becomes our medicine. Why you think these older guys used to be so strong, 90 years and climbing hills, running, playing at 90 years old? You lucky if you see somebody 60 today doing that. They had that connection. They had that understanding of this food supposed to be. Or when we eat this food, it should be healing us, not just full in our stomach and then we let it back out. No, it should be something special. Food is something special in our system. So if we eat in vegetables, let it be vegetables that can heal our body. So all I'm saying is, this is my experience, and this is what I've seen and experienced for myself. I'm not speaking on behalf of no one here. I'm speaking of my experience. That food you grow should be your medicine. I'm telling you. Yes, your plant knows what your body needs. That's right. That's exactly right. You see, you see what I'm saying? That's right. That's right, there, brother. That's right. That's exactly right. If, man, listen to me, I could go on and on and on about these things, man, because these things is real, Jen. You see what the brother now say there? Let me read what the brother say. D'Angela Mobley. He say, yes, your plants knows what your body need just by using no gloves and grounding yourself into the soil. That's right. Because of that connection. You see where I'm coming from? Because of that connection. So now your plant will generate exactly what you need. I don't think you guys get. This is real, guys. This is real stuff I'm telling you guys here. This is real stuff. In our garden, it's a connection, it's an energy. We take soil very simple. We don't understand the power of soil. Well, we should. If we're growing food, we should understand the power of soil. I mean, we see how soil grow these trees 100 feet tall. We see the power of soil. We see the power of soil. So we want that power. We want to be a part of that power. With the soil. So the connection between the plants and the soil and us means a lot in our life. Because now our food now will give us exactly what we need. If we need nutrients, our plant gonna make sure we get that nutrients. If we need minerals, He gonna make sure you get vitamins, protein. He gonna make sure you get that. So don't get, there's a lot of stuff, guys. Trust me. We take it too basic. We take gardening too basic, and it's like a basic thing. But it's a spiritual thing. We see how do we really look and understand how we see seed germinate and turn into food? We see seed germinate in the soil, grow, and turn into food. This thing is not just basic, Jed. This thing is really spiritual, deeply. Yeah. Case chapter say, you're getting this connection or closeness to your garden without wearing gloves. That's right. And water boots. Yes, we love water boots, but who create water boots? Or why was rubber water boots? I'm not gonna go. Yo, listen to me. I'm telling you all, this thing is deeper than you think. A lot of things is deep. We take too much things on the surface and we don't think deep with a lot of stuff. Rubber, black energy. And do your own research and see for yourself. Rubber, black energy, guys. It's better you use a plastic gloves if you're doing anything. Because rubber blocks everything. Energy. And we need energy. Alright? We need that energy. Hey guys, come on, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, double tap on your screen. This is serious conversation we have in here in the dark. But for real, I don't think we function too much on we really got to raise our vibration, because I don't think we take certain thing too lightly. We take certain thing too lightly, and we don't really understand. Yo, there's so much stuff was just designed for take you away from your mission, or it's just designed for that. People, and listen to me, people understand a lot of things that we don't. Yeah, man. There's a lot of things we don't want. You see, this is the thing. This is something gonna sound real uncomfortable to some people. Why? Why something gonna sound? Because it's not used to something they used to hear. So something gonna feel and sound very uncomfortable, because it's not what they used to hearing. But people understand things that you don't understand. And people create things to make sure that you don't get to your potential. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it right there. Case chapter say, and God, then can all. That's right, case chapter. That's right. And I don't think a person should ever be in the garden and mad and carrying that negative energy up inside the garden. I don't think that's a place you want to carry. You're mad, you up in your garden and you mad as hell. No. Your garden is your sanctuary, man. You want to be up in that peace at peace, just watching them plants grows and watching the dance. And I mean, come on, guys. But like I'm saying, guys, gardening is a spiritual thing. It's not just about eating, it's a spiritual thing. The food supposed to heal your body because of the connection between you, the soil, and the plant. That energy supposed to, through you, the plant supposed to know. Through you, through the soil, the plant supposed to know what the grower need or what the person that taking care of them need. If you lack of nutrients, these plants supposed to be able to give you that nutrients. Vitamins, protein, these plants supposed to be able to give you them because they know you need, because they can feel it. They know the connection. You grounded in the soil, your hands, your bare feet sometimes. They understand that. That's something they understand. And they will give it to you. But that connection have to be made. That's the only how they're going to know. That connection have to be made. Let me see. Many may think it's crazy, but talking to your plants help. That's right. That's right. That's right. People believe you got to hear the voice from the plant. No, you ain't got to hear the voice from the plant. No. D'Angelo said people need to wake and think about food security rather than walk like the ants, them to play like the grasshopper. I don't. Right. I don't want to get left. That's right. That's right. Do you say now you talk about the ants? Do you see how ants operate? You know, sometimes before we really sit down and listen to a lot of things we've been taught in the past, we have to analyze them and look back and see where this is not song right. Instead of hold on to them these traditional ways, instead of hold on to them like them is the rock, like them is the truth of life, analyze them, because sometimes they don't really teach you anything to really uplift yourself. No, like I was saying, certain things I'm talking about. Like I was saying, the ants. Ants is so smart. And this is what I keep saying, guys. The bugs them in your garden is so sensible. We look at them as bugs. That's why a lot of people spray them, you know. A lot of people spray the bugs because they don't even understand the value, and they don't even understand their value and what they do, and how much they could learn from them. When you look at the ants never jog food when rain coming. Do you notice that? This is how smart this thing is. You will never see ants outside when rain coming. You know what they do? They jog the food in the dry weather. And when rain come, you're not seeing them outside. These are things, common sense. These are things we got to pick from. So sometimes we believe we cannot learn from the bugs and the animal. Well, a joke we make it if we believe that we cannot learn from the birds and the bugs and animal. No, we could learn a lot from them. Maybe we need to pay more attention to them. I think we need to pay more attention to the ants and these type of things. Maybe we might learn a thing or two. Because the ants is not coming out. It's smart enough to know. And they know when rain coming. And they know when rain coming. We have the ability to know so much, but we caught up in this bubble that we have to wait for people to tell us what is truth or what is truth or what is not real. We don't believe in ourselves to know. Nah, this ain't make sense. Once it come from certain people, it's truth, it's facts. We ain't even gonna question it. Oh, here first before the way. Man, listen to me. That's right, because you got to understand. A lot of people in the older time, they're not gonna use what's available today, but they was growing healthy food and they was living way longer than we could live today. They didn't have to deal with the amount of disease that goes around today. You see what I'm saying? Because so much thing being introduced to us, and it's all about it's all about making a dollar. It's all about making a dollar. But like I will always say, who am I? I can only share these information for the ones, which might only be a few, who willing to take these information and utilize them and see for themselves that is truth in what I'm saying. I got to say good for you, man. But like I was saying earlier again, when the universe give you a message to deliver or give you yes, that's right. I'll give you a mission. I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to do it, and I'll say it again, you have to do it, because the willpower will always be there to make sure that that message is delivered. And I truly believe this message, I was chosen to deliver this message. You know why? Because it's something I known from a baby growing up. And I never strayed after using these things that they have today. I was always an organic gardener from my parents, them come right up. I was always an organic gardener. So this is like something this message I just got to spread. Who want to intake it and understand and analyze it and make it work for themselves, shout out to you. But it's something it's like I have to do it. Talk about organic garden and show how it works. It's a message. And you know what, man? Sometimes you really think, sometimes you might tell yourself that people s- not paying attention, but people paying attention. But I think I'm gonna do a video on this one. I'm not gonna say nothing but this one, but I'm gonna do a video on this one that you guys could really see that this thing is real. I'm telling you. I never stray from organic garden since I as a big little boy, 5, 4, 5 years growing up. I'm growing food. Never stray away. Same method on to this day. And it works. This is why I do live stream direct from my garden. Listen me, I show so much. And the reason why I can show so much, man, is because the confidence. You know when you have confidence? The confidence is there. Let me see. Case chapter say I have something to say. A friend of mine was in the Philippines in the army, and he found out that I'm not gonna lie. Hey, country hustle, what's up, man? Blessing I am. I'm not gonna lie. I never know people. I never use it. Never know people, but I'm sure people doing it. I'm not. I'm not gonna put that behind anyone. I'm sure. I believe people use it. Yeah, man. This is real information here, man. This ain't no Google information. This is information that we learn from ourselves. We learn from our grandparents, from our father, mother, and just continue that trend. Never change to nothing else. Never had no inches in using any other thing. Just stay focused and have discipline and believe it. You can achieve. Yes, guys. So how you guys doing tonight? What's going on? So how let me I've been talking for so long now. How you guys doing? How your garden going at this time? What did you plant? What did you plant this season? Anyone want to share? And you know, these days, these days, we been, I don't know, these information just now. I don't think you're gonna be able to forget these information just now. No. Think very soon. This type of information is not, you're not gonna get them. You're not gonna get this type of information very soon, man. You gotta utilize them. When you have these information, you see me, this information is in my head. I've been doing this thing so long that it become a part of me. It's naturally become a part of me now, so I can just sit down and have this conversation, talk about my. Listen me, there's some things I experience in growing food and growing plants. I got to do a whole video breaking down some of my experience. things that I see. Growth, within what to do to make a plan. I'm telling you, what to do to make a plant grow faster. What can you do to get these plants to produce more? Yo, these are things you have to pay attention to around your plants. Them, it's real. My garden in bucket is growing slow. It's getting warmer out, but not cool. My back. Potato in ground. Yeah, when the weather warm up, you're gonna start to see put them potato come in, because right now I start potato indoors and I bring them out and put them in the soil. So now they're running. They're running. So what I'm doing, I'm clipping them and put them in water and root them so I could have. Cause I'm really trying to grow a lot of sweet potato this year. Yeah, I'm really trying to grow a lot of sweet potato this year. So right now I'm working on the vines them, rooting the vines. So the potato them is in the ground and they're just pushing out vines. So I'm just rooting them right now. D'Angelo, so everything is going really good. I got a lot of things in the ground. So much that I will be showing in videos. I previously planted tomato, eggplant, squash, pepper, corn, okra. All right, that's wonderful. Good to hear that, man. Good to hear that. I have, wait, let me see. I have tons of things growing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I had all potato from my dad last harvest. So I planted them a few weeks ago. Okay. Hey, Prune Truth, how you doing? Blessing Aya. Hi family, I'm here in the South Islet. It's them to return to God and grow my own food using our ancestor method. That's right, man. Can't give up the ancestor method, because this is what they use, and that's why they were so spiritual and all these things. You notice people not spiritual like before. I'm telling you, all this come from the food. I'm telling you, people know a lot of things and they know what to do to block you from your potential. And I'm gonna leave that right there. That's all organic. Yes, man, blessing, man. Well, you find the right place, because that's all we talk about here, man. Organic gardening. We ain't see gardening no other way but organic. No other way, Jane. Yes, guys. I like to have these. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up my thing that I can get, that people can come up and we can all have conversation. Like I'm gonna set it up that I can invite people up and we could really talk about organic gardening. Because organic gardening is real, man. I'm not talking about organic gardening with people telling you it's organic garden and it's not. We, real organic garden still possible in 2026. Yes, I'm gonna set it up that way. So I could have like a panel, and We all you click the link and you come up, and we all gonna have conversation. I think I'm gonna do that for my next video, my next live stream. Yes, yes, because at least we all can share our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is, I would like to hear your experience too. You know what I'm saying? Because especially you into organic gardening, I would love to hear your share your experience for real. Because it's real. Organic garden is real. This thing is real, and I don't think people believe in it as much as they should. That's right. That exactly. That was the same conversation we know was getting pure true. We know was talking about that. Organic turn your food into medicine. We know this is why I have to put up this thing that people can come up and have conversation. Because we know what's talking about this. Turning your food into medicine. And now you come and say it as well. Don't you think organic garden is like giving back to the ground? Of course, it is. You giving back the soil, what it wanna get back. Anyway, check in the forest. Go in the forest and see what operates in the forest. Go in the forest, sit down and watch. And you're gonna see how organic operates. You basically giving back to the soil. Yes, you are. You're not taking anything away from the soil. You giving back. That's right. All natural stuff. That's right. Building the soil is like making your bed before you lay in it. That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. Definitely. These are the type of conversation I love to have. That's right. Their leaf falls and decompose and turn back into. That's right. That's right. Yes, we definitely gonna have this conversation because it's important, and people need to understand that organic gardening is not dead, it's still alive. I'm giving back to the soil, make the soil richer with rotten organic stuff and good. Definitely. Yes, this conversation, I could have them all for hours. I used to do live stream, you know. I used to do that type of live stream a couple years ago. I used to do live stream where we'll be hours. I used to invite people on my platform and we'll be up talking for hours, man. I gotta bring it back. Hey, Rune Wolf, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Yes, I gotta bring back that. I gotta bring back that. That I can invite organic gardeners up and really have these conversations. We all can share our views and our information, because it's gonna get to a place now, and it's getting there already, where people, as much as they might like to do organic garden, they're gonna turn to it. Because I'm gonna tell you this. We say we grow herbs. Right? We grow herbs, we all grow herbs. But the herbs is another connection again. And you see, talking these ways, people might believe you don't know what you're seeing, but trust me, planting herb is also a spiritual thing. All these herbs that we plant and we expect them for heal, we expect when we drink the herb, you know, you're supposed to do this to us. It's all a spiritual thing as well. It's all connection. When you grow in these herbs, you're supposed to have connection with them. These are the things that are going to heal you. They're going to know. They're going to sense the things that your body need and offer it to you. It's all a connection. This is why nothing works. Because we take it too much a simple basic when it's a more deeper spiritual, it's more deeper and spiritual. But we take it, oh, let me drink some herbs and it's gonna, no, it's a deeper meaning. It's a deeper connection than just growing it. For real. D'Angelo say, I've been focusing on herbs lately. You know herbs that come back every year? Yeah, a lot of them come back every year. You have rosemary. Rosemary don't dry down. That's a good one. You have sage. Sage also don't dry down. You have parsley, celery. They come back they come back every year. Let me see again. Hold on. Hold on. I can't remember them to the top of my, but there's a lot of them that comes back every year. So the rosemary, the sage, parsley, celery, all these come back every year. And you have oregano, Greek oregano, that spring back up every year as well. Yeah, man. And that's thing you got to look into, D'Angelo. Them that comes back every year, because you only got to plant them once. And every year they come right back up. So that's a good thing to really look into. Because I have rosemary and my rosemary don't dry down. I could pick rosemary all through the winter, all through the summer, all through the spring, all through the summer. So you plant them once and you always have rosemary to harvest. Same thing with the sage, them too. They just come back up every year. I mean, there's a lot of them. I might know, there's a lot that comes back to that I don't even know of. Yeah, you did more arty hook. Arty hook, what is that one day? Okay. Yes, guys. So we're gonna continue this conversation, guys. And like I said, I wanna do it that I can invite guests up on the platform and we're gonna really sit down and have these conversations. I'm gonna set it up and we could get it work. Other horses that grows every year. Horseradish and okay. Yes, guys. So as always, man, it was nice being here. Beautiful conversation. Thank you all for chipping in. Thank you, D'Angelo. Thank you, Case Chapter. Thank you, who else was inside here? Everybody who joined, welcome. We appreciate each and everyone who joined our live stream. Pure Truth Weekend. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. And Prune Wolf, thank you for joining. We appreciate you. We appreciate each and everyone for coming in today, man. Beautiful life, no distraction. That's how we want to have it, man. We want to have it where we could just enjoy the conversation without the distraction. It's great, man. Thank you all so much. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. And don't forget, plant something. Even if it's in a container, plant something, all right? Peace and love. All right, good night, everyone.